we found that the marketing research department for the company that manufactures and sells memory chips for microcomputers established the following price, demand, and revenue function. Okay, the story is not important for me. We have a two function. One of them is price demand equation or price demand function. Okay, this is price demand function, and the second one is a revenue function. This is the revenue function. Okay, actually it is written here. Sorry, I saw now. I'm sorry. Okay, so according to this given two function, let's try to respond to the question where P of X is the wholesale price in dollar at which X million chips can be sold, and Rx is in millions of the dollars. Okay, both functions have domain 1 and between 1 and 23. Sorry, this is our domain. Okay, which of the following is the graph of the revenue function? So our revenue function, this is the revenue function. So what is the graph of the revenue function? We should find the vertex. Okay, if you can find the vertex, you can sketch the graph. Actually, what is the revenue function? Let's write 155x minus 4x squared. Okay, so here this is minus 4. So the shape will be like this one. Okay, the graph will be like this one. Immediately you can eliminate this graph. Okay, part C. It is shaped like this one, but the shape of the part A and the B are similar to the R shape. So the answer should be one of the A and B. Let's calculate the vertex. Okay, actually, which is easy to choose from here, but I want to show that how you can calculate the vertex. So here, by taking minus 4 common factor parentheses, we have x squared minus 155 over 4x. Okay, this is the same thing. So here, minus 4 x squared minus 154 over 8 times 2x can be written. So this is our A. Okay, not the A from the x squared plus bx plus c. Maybe we can say that this is K. Okay, let's say this is K. Okay, we should add K square and we should subtract. Okay, so plus K square and we should subtract the K square. Okay, by this way, we can say that this expression equals x minus K square. Why it is not x plus K? It is not x plus K because this is negative. Okay, so maybe you can say, you can consider if it were positive, K will be negative. So if you consider like that way, here plus 2 times minus this value. So this is your K, okay, but this is not the K. So because of that reason, minus K. If this is K, if we say 155 over 8 is a K, so this is minus K, okay? So because of that reason, that's minus K. So the reason is this is minus K, this is minus K. So anyway, our vertex form of the quadratic function will be minus 4 x minus 154 over 8 square. And we have this expression minus 155 square over 8 square. Yes. So this equals minus 4 x minus that value minus minus it will be plus. Okay, after canceling the 4 and the 1 of the 8 we have 2, so this is 60 over 60. So from this equation what we can say that this is K minus K. Okay, so altogether this is K minus 155 over 8 is our K. So minus k is 155 over 8. Okay, so this point 155 over 8 comma this is our age, this is the function value over 16 is the vertex. So this is our revenue function. So which one is the correct? Let's look to vertex. 155 over 8 is 135 1.14, etc. Approximately 14. Okay, so 14 is our vertex. So here, for example, this is our vertex. Let's show that this is 155 over 8. Okay, so this is our vertex. This value, I don't know this value actually. This value is the that value. Okay, you can write, but the correct answer is part B. Of course, you have another alternative to calculate. For example, you just calculate the x equal to 5 value of the revenue from here. Okay, when x equal to 5, the revenue is which value, etc. For example, some value 400. Okay, so according to this value, you can choose the correct answer here. But also there's a big mistake. This is not our domain. Okay, is not our domain. What is our domain? 1 between 1 and 23. So the graph should be sketched between 1 and 23. Okay, but maybe in the future actually you need a graph, not multiple choice question. So to find the vertex is very important for the quadratic functions. Okay, find output what will produce the maximum revenue. Okay, so actually this is the maximum revenue, so vertex form is again necessary. So this is the maximum value. Okay, which is the maximum value? This is the maximum value. Why this is maximum value? Since this coefficient is negative, -4 is negative. Okay, the shape like this one from here, this is negative, so this is the maximum value. The vertex is maximum. But if this coefficient were positive, the vertex will give us the minimum value. Okay, so when this is negative, this is maximum. When this is positive, this is minimum. Maybe by turning back here. Okay, so this is minimum. Okay, this is maximum. Okay, of course, both of them are the vertex, but the graph reached the maximum value if A is negative. If A is positive, the graph reached the minimum value at the vertex. Okay, so here the part B, your answer should be this value over 16 square 16. By using calculator, you can find the approximate value. Type an integer or fraction. Fraction, okay. Type the fraction. So this is the correct answer. But instead of the square, you should write, I don't know, this value. Okay, over 16 is your answer. So what is the maximum revenue? What is the maximum revenue? Actually, this is the maximum revenue. Find the output that will produce the maximum. Sorry. Find the output of output. Okay, we found the output that will produce the means of the output is, what is the output? Found the maybe okay. No, price, not the P represents the price, so X is the output. X is the demand. So the output means to find the output that will produce the maximum revenue. Million chips. Okay, so this is the keyword. So this is the wrong answer. Chips is the million chips is the X. Okay, X represents the million chips. So we should write the X value here. this produce. Okay, the output means not the function value here. The output means the demand. So this is the wrong answer. Sorry. Later we can write. This is the part C answer. So the chip number is, this is maximum value. Okay, this is the value where the revenue is maximum. Okay, so the answer of this question is this one, over 8. Yes. Yes. So second question, what is the maximum revenue is the previous one. So this value is the maximum revenue. Okay. The maximum revenue taken when X is this value. So this is the maximum revenue. What is the wholesale price per chip that produced the maximum revenue? So we should calculate the P of 155 over 8, because revenue reached the maximum value when the demand is 155 over 8 million chips. Okay, so this is our price. So how we can calculate the price? By using the price equation, 155 minus 4x. Okay, so 155 minus 4x, x is 155 over 8. So this is our answer. Okay, so round to nearest dollar. So this is 55, 57.5, approximately equals 57.5, but nearest dollar is 57 or 58. Actually 58 is better.